working as a team. Something so foreign to some people that simply saying it is enough to make some question if you're speaking the same language as them.
Okay.
Good work out there, G Blue.
With me?
But why? Why is teamwork such a rare thing to see? Especially in games where working as a team is more beneficial than anything. Right? Bite by Night. Your run-of-the-mill ASIM. You go and do things while bad thing tries to kill you. We've seen this before, but unlike others, Bite by Night seems a little more team-oriented in a really weird way. Now I won't go too into detail with comparisons to other ASIMs because truth be told, I don't really like playing asymmetrical horror games like that. I prefer something more like the Rake if I'm gonna be running from a killer and have to manage my stamina because my life depends on it not hitting 0. But from the time I have spent playing them, teamwork comes down to playing your part, or more specifically, using your character as intended. Let's use Forsaken as an example. Guest is a stunner. Their job is to protect other survivors and slow down the killer via being the wall that stands in their way from hurting their allies. And while he's usually used in such a way, or at least I hope he's used in that way, again, I don't play the game enough to know.
You're a stunner. What are you doing hiding here?
With that being said, what if you just didn't play him that way? What if you chose to play him defensively? If your teammates were in danger, that's not your problem. You simply use the stuns and attacking moves that you have to defend yourself and buy yourself time. The issue with picking a character meant to play a specific role is the possibility of just not doing that. I know some of you might have picked a medic type of class in a game, not because you can heal others, but because you can heal yourself. This isn't inherently a bad thing. However, going into certain games with that type of mindset can greatly impact your allies and the team as a whole. Are you going into a game planning to use the fighter so you can just fight the killer as if you're that one guy in Friday the 13th Jason vs. Manhattan?
Take your best shot.
So predictable.
Or are you picking the fighter so your only defense isn't just running? Bite by Night only has 4 survivors. I say 4 because Technician is genuinely the potential survivor if I've ever seen one.
This is certainly a Springtrap LMS.
And each seemingly have specific roles. Night Guard, for example, is kinda like a recon. Monitor the killer and drop in every now and then to fire shots if your coworkers are being chased, to of course slow the killer down. But I'm sure we've seen Night Guards simply shoot just to shoot, as if they were a cop showing off their fancy taser only to suffer from the 21-foot rule.
Where are you going?
It's all a matter of how you're playing a survivor compared to how they should be played. Should in quotations because you can of course play anyone how you want. And that is where we get into the dilemma of teamwork and its effectiveness. Because again, you can use a medic just to heal yourself, but how will that affect your team? Are you willing to put yourself at risk or play in a way you don't like for the betterment of your team? Or does your survival come first? Turning the page, another reason why teamwork is rare or might not seem as effective is because we prepare for the worst. Sometimes it's easy to tell when your coworkers aren't going to pull their weight. Hell, even as a killer, sometimes you just know when our group is going to be uncoordinated as hell. Why should I try to be a team player if everyone else isn't going to work as a team or pull their weight? Except copy that statement and paste it into everyone else's head. If everybody's thinking that nobody's gonna work together, then nobody's gonna work together. Especially when you're playing in pubs, which, well, communication might not even be an option for some of you, which makes doing callouts or performing team plays quite difficult. So why bother when you could just do what you have to do? After all, you aren't responsible for anyone else's survival but your own. You could always hold the door for somebody if they're being chased and need some assistance, Or if you're being chased, you can always keep the killer in a specific area if you know your team is doing generator somewhere. But again, it's putting your survival at risk. You could hold a mean corner peek to slow down the killer, but you might get an axe thrown at you in retaliation. You could try to block the killer and stun him for somebody, but there's always a chance of whiffing and now you're the target. And again, there's nothing that states you need to do any of these things. Your only job is to do generators and put batteries into boxes. Sometimes even the objectives come second to survival. So why risk getting snuck while doing a generator?
Feeling good!
Oh my goodness.
When I can just wait out the clock, or better yet, wait out the lives of my team and gamble in an LMS.
Hey!
Selfish tendencies aside, there is another issue with teamwork, and that's consistency. Consistently working as a team is not easy. One small miscommunication, one fumbled play, one whiffed counter, and everything goes to crap. Like all asymmetrical horror games, the less manpower you have, the worse things become. If the medic dies, no heals. If the fighter dies, no true defense. If the night guard dies, map awareness dwindles. If the customer dies, good. And of course, we can't talk about teamwork without bringing up balancing. Because obviously, if you're playing as a killer going up against coordinated survivors, things can feel survivor-sided. Or when you're a survivor and have no one else to even remotely rely on, things might seem killer-sided. It's all a matter of perspective.
Oh my gosh. Dude, he wanted me.
Take a look around you.
He still wants me!
In regards to playing as killer, most of my rounds usually end up as complete slaughters. However, that's because usually no one is working together. Or they don't even know what game they're playing.
I'm not just gonna sit there and let you do it, man.
So ridiculous.
It takes more than just doing objectives together to be an actual team. Especially since sometimes your team can be more of a hassle than the killer.
What the f is your problem?
The few times I've had rounds where survivors were rather coordinated, I did have to lean forward to really get that win. The killer might be the power role, but that doesn't really mean anything. You can always have power and not know how to wield it, and at that point, you're less of a Michael Myers and more of a Bubba. Then there's things like bad luck with spawns,
So ridiculous.
Now that's not fair.
killers focusing solely on specific survivors for strategic reasons, and some maps being more in favor towards one side. So what are your thoughts? Do you try to work as a team? Have you had terrible experiences working as a team? Or do you prefer to just focus on survival? And as always, God bless and thank you for watching.
Three, two, one, go!